All right, more from Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals. Salt Lake City, the Jazz trying to climb back into it, down 2-0. But Tim Duncan and company have never won a playoff game in Utah. Tough game for Duncan. Catches the Jaron Collins elbow to the face. Down for a few seconds, but it's the playoffs. You got to keep rolling. But he rolls right into Mehmet Okur and the rejection. Then later, Darren Williams to Matt Harpring, bucket and the foul. That's on Duncan, his third with 5:54 remaining in the second quarter. Played just 12 minutes in the first half. But the Jazz couldn't capitalize. Tony Parker, Fabricio Uberto, Parlez-vous Francais. 7 assists for Parker to go with his 25. The Spurs up 4 at the break. Early third quarter, here comes the Jazz. Carlos Boozer. Their first lead in the second half of this series, 27 points, 12 rebounds for Boozer. Then Derek Fisher. He had been 1 for 7 and 1 for 9 in the first 2 games. Duncan, offensive foul. Take another look. Jaron Collins in position, forces the foul. Duncan picks up his fourth with 5:44 to go in the third, and somewhere Joey Crawford is snickering. 16 points, 8 rebounds for Duncan. Here comes the Jazz again. Darren Williams to Paul Millsap. The Utah bench dropped in 38 points. Early fourth quarter, Jazz up 8. Fisher to Millsap. Utah shot 53%. And then Derek Fisher runs into Duncan. And then Darren Williams with the finish. And then Williams again just abusing Jock Vaughn. And the Jazz going to win it 109-83. Williams finished with 31 points and 8 assists. The Spurs remain winless in the playoffs at Utah. Now, the Jazz had reason to believe they had won both regular season games against the Spurs in Salt Lake City, but they held Duncan under 20 points and 10 rebounds for the first time in his last 12 games to make sure they won this one. Game 4, Monday night in Utah. And it's San Antonio which has to make the adjustments now, especially against Williams.
We're not going to just lay down just because we're down, 0-2. We've been there. We've been in this situation with the Rockets the first series, and we're still here to play. We're still here to win, and despite all the odds, we're still here to play.
They were aggressive. They were physical. Their guys shot the ball well. They had things happening for them.
You have to give them credit, overall. Offense, defense, they play great tonight. And so now we'll see, how can we react and how can we do better. Watch on film tomorrow and come back a little bit stronger with a better energy.
Spurs offense a completely different story than in the first 2 games. With Duncan struggling, they managed just 83 points. That's their second lowest point total of this postseason. San Antonio's shooting numbers down across the board. Rick Carlisle breaks it down for us.